I'm Tia Cristy, and we are doing another episode of Journey to TEDx Wilmington. I am so excited to be speaking with our speakers. We have a lineup of like 26 people happening on April 29th. It is going to be a day filled with brilliant minds, and I am having a pleasure right now to speaking with Mr. Donovan Moore. Donovan, it is so great to meet you.
It's great to
Welcome.
meet you too. Yeah, thank you. I'm so excited to be here.
Oh my gosh, it's incredible. And I had a brief introduction with you. I am learning that you might actually be, I hate to put it this way, but the youngest one that is going to be gracing our stage that day. Just so you know, is
Wow.
that a
I
little
didn't
bit
know
of pressure, a little bit more honor? How you feeling about that?
that. I'm excited. That's actually super exciting. It means I've got a lot to learn. So,
Yeah. Well, you recently graduated from college, so
yeah.
congratulations on that. Tell me a little bit more about yourself. That way everybody can learn a little bit about you.
Yeah, so actually this past December, yeah, I just graduated. I am a musician. I really like to jam not only on music but also on ideas, and so that's why I'm doing this TED Talk. I'm super excited to meet everybody and get into all of the beautiful ideas that everybody shares. So,
This is
yeah.
definitely going to be a day of jamming on ideas. I love how you said that. But yeah, no, this is a room full of some of the most brilliant minds out there. Like it is incredible. That is, I think, the most beautiful part about TEDx. It is obviously when we see the X that is locally uh brought together by the communities and um that's because there's just so many incredible minds out there that I think that TEDx portion makes it incredible. Now, did you know? I'm going to share this little tidbit with you too. TEDx Wilmington has been recognized as one of the, I believe it's top five TEDx's like in the world. Like, so this is a pretty good stage that you're making your debut on here, Don.
Wow, I didn't know that. That's this is a great
Did
place
I put too
to
much pressure on you?
learn that actually.
I was not trying to put pressure on you. I just wanted you to know like this is going to be a really great event for you and I'm super excited to have you there. I know like everybody's probably like that was just mean, Tia. I was not being mean. I was trying to like pump you up. I was trying to
No,
get your
no, I'm
jam on. Like
so excited. No, it just makes me that more fueled up. So,
that is so cool. So can you tell me and everybody what are you planning on talking about? Like do you have your ideas down yet or
I'm still in the process of writing. I know like a lot of people have their ideas all set out, but I have so many that I'm I want the best one to survive and win. So I've actually been kind of going through. I have this like book that it's like a sketchbook, but I turned it into kind of my TED book, and as you
I
can see,
love that.
yeah, it's like dedicated to ideas um and yeah, it's I've been writing my like kind of thoughts and themes on this page. I've got like a little system where I circle the ones it like a day after if they still resonate with me and stuff. And um
Wow. Well, you know how many people were just up at the screen like with a magnifying glass going, all right, what was he talking about?
yeah. Yeah, well, I think one of the things that I've been focusing on the most has been just like brainstorming like through lines, like ideas that I can kind of share with people and give to people throughout the talk.
Mhm.
It's really important for me, and so I have my themes and thoughts on the first two pages, and then on on the third page, I've got like a headline: "What can I give the audience?" And I kind of just did like a bunch of things, like different stories I have and experiences I have. One of them is just me for 12 minutes. But I think that's not the one that I'll do.
Right,
Uh,
right.
yeah. And then I
I love
have,
this because
yeah,
I was going
just,
to ask you, how are you preparing? But this is incredible. Like a whole book. I have to admit, I had a whole book dedicated to, you know, my TED X stuff as well.
I wanted, yeah, it needed to be like a special place, like
Mhm.
and offline for me so that I don't get distracted when I'm writing. But
Yes. I had
yeah.
my mock-up slides drawn out in it too. So, it's I totally get it. I'm impressed. I'm highly impressed. And I think you're doing it right. And don't worry, not everybody's like ahead of you with all the ideas. There's a few people that, yeah, they're already on the memorization part of their talk, but
Yeah.
I've talked with a bunch of people, and everybody's at different places with the journey, and that's why I think it's such an exciting segment to bring to people, because everybody's journey to that red carpet is so different, and it's so exciting. And you used the same words that I did earlier about it being like a bucket list, a career bucket list thing for you, right?
Yeah, yeah, it's always been on my bucket list, and um, actually, I have a story behind that, but I don't know if we have time to get into that. But there was a person who I met in England when I was touring that was playing music for 2 months over there, and uh, he I met him in a coffee shop that I was working in to kind of pay my rent and everything, and he was working on his TED um, thing, and that was really kind of what lit my fire. I was like, wow, like he's just this guy in the coffee shop, and I can talk to him about all of these ideas, and so shout out to Chris because he really did make me super inspired enough to like want to pursue it at some point in my life. So
That's excellent. Well,
yeah.
thank you, Chris. Yes. Wilmington gets a
Thanks, Chris.
gain from Chris. Thank you. We appreciate it. Um, so what kind of person, like I know you got your ideas swirling around still, but do you have your target? Like who are you trying to target with this talk?
Yeah, so I have a couple ideas. Um, your average person who wants to learn is just like the umbrella person that I guess you would be um that I'd be talking to, but I have a couple ideas that I'm thinking about going with, and a lot of them involve my time during education and kind of the decisions and mindset that I was in when I was doing my gap year, um, and through various parts of my education and different hardships that I went through. And so I'm just don't mind me, I'm just looking at my book, but um, I have a couple circled, but uh, a few of them deal with the gap year and kind of how to navigate that that open opportunity that you give yourself when you take a gap year. And one of the things that I think is important to me, at least, or was important to my journey, was that I took my gap year after I had started college because I'd already had a little bit of time to um, like learn about something that meant a lot to me, and then and then kind of step back and be like, okay, so like, how can I apply this to the real world? And that was really where the gap year helped me the most. And I kind of want to share some of those just insights that, so I guess my audience would be, if you're listening, um, like maybe high schoolers, people who are in college already and like thinking, I don't really know what I want to do right now, and um, I'm doing this thing, but like it feels like it's only half of the picture. Um, Kind of that audience as well, and anybody who's in education. I mean, you don't have to be young to be in college. So anybody who's reconsidering their career or like their education at large, and
Yeah, like that transition, people are going through transitions all the time, and obviously it doesn't discriminate on age when that happens. But I love that because I think that that whole concept of the gap year is really exciting, because I think a lot of times, especially, in high school or college, people feel like oh, this is my passion, or what is my passion, or I don't have a passion, and I think what people don't understand is passion is not always something that is like, ah, this is amazing all the time. Like it doesn't work that way. Passion is something that you love, that you are willing to endure through the worst,
Yeah.
and
Figure out
I
all of
think,
the aspects of that thing. Yeah.
yeah. So taking a pause with something that you already experienced, that you're like, I love this. I think I love this. I'm not sure if I love this. Let me take my gap year. And then that, of course I don't need to spoil it, but that really like fueled you to either, you know, drive straight ahead, like go for it, or it changed your course for the better. So like I think that's an incredible, insight to give people.
Yeah, I'm super excited to get deeper into it. Like I said, I don't really have all of those ideas fleshed out yet, but
I'm
that's
not
kind of
worried.
some of the things that I'm along the lines thinking of, and really like trying to focus on kind of what do I want to give the audience, because I just as I'm writing all of these things down, I try to keep them aimed at like teaching and being able to communicate something that the audience can take home with them and actually apply. So and I think that for a younger audience, or anybody going through education, that could be a really useful thing. So that's kind of where my head's at with all of it.
I love it. I think that's a wonderful target for you, Don. And what I have to say it this way because TEDx is so amazing, where you have your live audience, but then also it gets put out there onto YouTube, and then it's out there for the world to absorb and learn from. So what kind of impact are you hoping that this TEDx has on the world, or even your world?
I think, well, for my world, I really just want to share my idea with people, but I'm like most looking forward to like hearing other people's ideas on my ideas. Like I said, I really like to jam, and so if there's someone who's like, yeah, you hit all of these points really great, and I would add this, I would love to talk to that person. And that's kind of like where I would, see myself enjoying my talk afterwards. But for the person that I feel like, is watching this, and um, you know, uh, I'm hoping that they're able to like learn from it, and maybe question some of the things they're um, that they're doing in their life, and take the time to actually meaningfully reflect on those things. um I hope, I mean, that's the impact I would love to like add to a broader um study of people who are actually in the field of understanding the neurology of making these decisions and stuff. Love to be part of a broader perspective on that, with kind of how we make our decisions about our passions and stuff. But um to start with, I think that just being able to share that idea with someone who may be feeling like they need it is kind of my main goal. So
That was awesome. I love that. And I commend you. That was beautiful. And I think I had mentioned to you earlier off this, hearing people say like I was given this gift and now it's my turn to give gifts to others. Like it really is a gift that you're sharing with people by doing this. And I I'm just so happy for you. Congratulations on joining the TEDx alumni, like it's a good deal. I'm happy for you. And
yeah,
I
I've been
cannot wait. I can't wait to hear what you actually come up with. I have one final question for you. One. All right. Okay, so you are semi-local to Delaware. So you've been in Wilmington, Delaware before, I'm assuming. Yes?
This will be my
No?
first time. Yeah.
Oh
Um,
my gosh.
yeah, it'll be my first time in
Just
Wilmington.
couldn't cross the bridge into Delaware, huh?
I've been through Delaware to
Okay.
see my sister in college, but that's
All
about
right.
it. So,
That's okay. We're not judging you. So, what is the most exciting
sorry,
part
Delaware.
about being in Wilmington, Delaware? Like what are you looking forward to the most? Like just
Um,
being able to say I was actually in Wilmington for the first time.
I mean, yeah, that'll be a first, right?
Right.
I feel like I'm super excited to meet everybody, and I've been kind of reaching out slowly, person by person, to our cohort, and just getting to know each one of them. Uh, and so meeting them in person is going to be a real treat. I've met a ton of people already who are just like blowing my mind with how freaking cool they are. So, yeah, I feel like it'll be the meeting people part that's most exciting. I'm very friendly, so I
That's
like to.
awesome. I You are so easy to talk to. Like you really are. You have this
Thank you.
charismatic personality, and I do. I really look forward to hearing what you have to share. And I just know you're gonna captivate the audience. It's gonna be wonderful. So, Don, thank you so much for taking time to speak with me today. I really, really appreciate it.
Thank you. I really appreciate you having me on this wonderful place, this podcast.
As we do the journey to TEDx Wilmington. All right. So tickets are still available. I'm gonna put the link down below. And if Donovan has any links or anything like that he wants to share, I'll try to get them up as well. But don't forget the day of the April 29th TEDx, we will be talking again. And Don's gonna let us know if this journey was well worth it. So, looking forward to having that conversation as well. Until then, Don, I'll see you at the Red Circle.
See ya, Tia.